In today's video, we're going to talk about all the Bison players that got drafted and what it's been like leading up to the draft. Round 1, pick 18, Gray Zabel got drafted to the Seahawks. Alright, so now here's some film on Gray Zabel. So coming out of high school, he was 6'5", 240 and from Pierce, South Dakota. And his offers coming out of high school was Ndsu, South Dakota, and South Dakota State. And now at his pro day, he was 6'6", 312. So he nearly put on 70 pounds. Cam Miller got drafted in the 6th round and he was picked 215 by the Raiders. Alright, now here's some film on Cam Miller. So coming out of high school, he came from Iowa and he was 6'1", 212. And his offers coming out of high school were North Dakota State, Northern Iowa, and South Dakota State. And at NDSU, he had 526 attempts at rushing, 2,277 rushing yards, and 48 rushing touchdowns. And he had 759 completions, 9,721 yards passing, and 81 touchdowns.
Miller wants to throw it off the pump fake, heaves one deep, has Lance, Lance. Miller again against the blitz. He keeps, pumps, has room to run, makes a man miss.
And the Atlanta Falcons pick up Nick Kubitz as an undrafted free agent. Here's some film on Nick. So coming out of high school, he was 6'3", 229, and he's from Iowa. And his offers coming out of high school were North Dakota State, North Dakota, Northern Iowa, South Dakota State, and Western Illinois. And his stats at North Dakota were 210 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, and 2 interceptions.
Nick Kubitz just making a nice read and triggering and playing fast. Those two.
Well, they do throw it or try to throw it on first down, and Britt is sacked.
Talk about.
The Lions pick up Mason Miller as an undrafted free agent and a starter for the Bison for 3 years. Alright, so coming out of high school, Mason Miller's from Minnesota, and his offers coming out of high school were North Dakota State and North Dakota. And he was 6'7", 305. And at North Dakota, he had 42 career starts, 30 at right tackle, and 12 at left guard. And total career snaps, he had 2,669 snaps. The Jaguars signed undrafted free agent Eli Mostert. Alright, so coming out of high school, Eli came from Minnesota, and he was 6'3", 289. And his offers came from North Dakota State, Air Force, Northern Iowa, South Dakota State, and Western Illinois. And his stats at North Dakota, he had 176 tackles, 33 tackles for loss, and 20 sacks. Alright, so that's the end of the video. My Twitter's up on the screen, and make sure you guys leave a comment and let me know what you guys want to see in the next video.